Hello, my friends. This is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studios. Welcome to the stream. We got, 2 bars. Hopefully this is coming across okay. Let's see my stuff. Yes, welcome to Making Comics and Art, a Human Art Studios production. With me, Peter Palmiotti, your friend. So this is the low budget version, but that's okay. For the time being, if you've never been here before, please like and subscribe and comment below the video if you're watching this later. Join me in the live stream. I mean, join me in the live chat if you're watching this now. So what I am going to do today is just a little quill work. Nothing fancy. This is a big piece of paper, but usually what I do is get a little scrap piece of paper. So we'll box out an area. It's been a while. Okay, let's see. What did I want to do? No, that won't do anything. Anyway, I have to refamiliarize myself with everything. What do I want to draw? Just something basic. A nothing idea of sorts. We'll do Mars. We shall do Mars. All right. Let's try something. This may work. This may not. Why is it taking? Okay, there we go. Need you. Yeah, that won't matter. That won't matter. Yeah, I really got to figure this out. That's fine. All right, we don't need you. All right. Oh. I could do this. This one. To support my channel for free, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to throw me a tip or become a patron, links are down below the video. There's also a bunch of links to some crowdfunders. Go check out after the show. Don't need my pencil anymore. I need to find a better way to do away with all this dust. That is my anime. All right, let's see. This quill is pretty worn out, but I'm going to use it anyway because this is just a warm-up. So the title is Scratch Test Dummy. And usually how I start my day, if I don't directly jump into inking pages or penciling or working on a commission. Got a message on Instagram the other day. Somebody supposedly likes my work, wants a commission. You kind of have to be wary. There's a lot of scammy people. So I sent them a message back, a brief statement of what I do, how I do it. Did I spit on my paper? I guess I did. So it's 2025. You know, I streamed this year, but it's been a while. There'll be a lot of spinning, me spinning the paper. It's usually how I do things. Yeah, so last month and a half have been rough. It's like I'm waiting on projects. The graphic novel I'm supposed to be working on. Don't have new pages to that, although I didn't check today. I checked yesterday. There's the project I'll be doing with Allison McLaurin. If you don't follow her on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, Twitter, Instagram, we'll be getting to that. Probably next month. Next month isn't too far away. So I'm just being loose with this because it's just strictly a warm-up. I won't be using this for anything other than the YouTube video. I'll show you my process a little bit. So yeah, you know, being freelance and working on multiple comic projects, delays happen. You know, everybody's got their own thing. Some people have day jobs. Some people working on multiple projects like myself. I got at least a dozen. And so I'm trying to keep my own self in my own pants and get things going. So one of the things, I think 3 things I'll be focusing on. Hawk in New York, I got an issue to ink. I got Icebox, which I'm penciling and inking, and something else I'm forgetting at the moment, but that's okay. All right, so this is strictly warm-up. This is not going to be a masterpiece of any sorts. kind of just making it up as I go. Just going through the motions really helps. You know, it's like drawing. You know, you don't have to draw masterpieces every day, but if you just draw, you'll get better. So this is me just inking using a quill, which I haven't used a quill in a while. I've been doing more with brush. So it's always good to keep up the skills and just go through the motions. Yeah. I haven't eaten that much today. I had coffee and a banana, and like usual, I'm like, dang it, I'm kind of hungry now. But so it goes. My good partner in crime, well, my cat, currently outside. It's going to be a pretty decent day. Maybe 60. I think maybe. Well, I threw up a bunch of shorts not too long ago, and I forget, we had 3 or 4 storms. Not, you know, a lot more than usual snow. Had a lot of cold days, super cold days. So it's dealing with that. Today is garbage pickup day, and they didn't pick it up last week, so me and my neighbors had a ton of stuff out there, and they just picked it up half hour ago. So that was very good. I'm going to do something. Let's see. Just to make this a little quick. Let's see. The markers. Typically, I'll go in with a brush to fill in big black areas, but I'm just going to do it with a marker. Really, when it comes down to it, whatever you use is fine. I'm perfectionist, so like if this was for an actual project, I would of course not use a marker because that's not my way. But this is just practice. I'm just filling this in more for effect. I do have a super thick marker somewhere, but this will do. It won't be fancy, but you know, just imagine this, and this marker's dying a little bit. So nobody's joining me in chat today. That's okay. Didn't really promote this. This is also me getting back into the rhythm of streaming live. So no offense. No offense. Yeah, we'll get back into the groove. That's why I'm a dummy. No, I'm not a dummy. I'm a beautiful mess. That has mostly to do with, yep, your good old boy Peter is dating again. It's a long distance relationship. Hate those, but I found a great gal, We'll see where it goes. She's a sexy beast. So I am, 20-30% happier lately. It's new, it's only been less than a week. But we talked a bunch, mostly in chat. There's an app called Signal that I never used before. It's kind of cool. There's just so many like that, I guess. So yeah, that's going well. This to me feels like a Greg Capullo sort of drawing. He's not so tight with his pencils all the time. But he's a inspiration. Since I do want to become more of a penciler, looking at artwork, all kinds of people. Eventually, I'll nail down more of a style. Definitely working on Icebox would help with that endeavor. I hope all of you like my work and want to follow me as an artist, as you've been following me as an inker throughout the years. If you don't know me or my work, I've been inking comics since before you were born, most likely. Since 1991. Over 30 years. And what do I have to show off? I have a lot of random work, which is why, I want to pencil an ongoing series. I got my own character called Retro, which definitely planning to release the first issue this year. Finally get that book done, so I'm not, so behind in everything. This year's the focus is getting a lot of projects done and out to the best of my ability. Even if I finish a book, it's out of my hands, so not always up to me. It's up to the different groups and publishers and people involved. All right, this is marker is not working here. I just want to throw some more thicker lines down there. This is more a quill kind of ordeal. I haven't looked at rocks per se, so I'm just strictly doing this from memory. So I just saw that Gene Hackman passed away. Great actor. The strange thing is, first of all, they're saying no foul play, but It was Gene Hackman, his wife, I forget her name, but and their dog were found dead in Mexico. That's just crazy. That seems like child play to me. But you know, it'll take them weeks to figure out. So, R.I.P. Gene Hackman, another great. Got the Academy Awards coming up too. Or what's the Academy Awards? Yeah, I believe. So yeah, this is just me getting back into the groove yet again. It's always, you know, cycles of being very busy, being not so busy. Life going awry. Life getting back on track. I don't know exactly what I'm doing here, but like I said, it's just going through the motions, warming up. Because that helps. You know, it's like working out. If you move your body, that's definitely a step in the right direction. You know, those who sit on a couch get no exercise. So if you at least going for walks or stretching or just moving your limbs, then that's a good thing. So this is me using a tool. Putting lines down on paper. This is also me streaming, even though, you know, nothing is perfect, but that's fine. You know, I do like to master things and am a perfectionist. But you can't be a master unless you work at it. That's the name of the game. Just keep working at it. And I saw a bunch of pages from Jim Lee's upcoming Batman series, is it? Look gorgeous. It's funny. When they first announced it, I'm not sure what the images were for. So here's the deal. I think it was a Justice League issue or something that was supposed to kick it off. And maybe the images I saw were for the Justice League book, and maybe that was a rush, which is probably like as far as marketing goes, maybe a kind of smart move, you know, to have Jim Lee just starting somewhere The images were not, they were fine, but not like the gorgeous Jim Lee work at his, top of his game per se. In fact, I was kind of disappointed by those images. I was like, oh, those look rushed. Those look, like he's phoning it in. So, yeah, not sure what that was for. But the pages for the Batman issue are pretty close to the kind of work he was doing on X-Men, which, me personally, I really liked. So I'm excited to see that book when it comes out. Will I collect it? I would like to see it as it comes out, but I might wait for a trade. Only because I'm not necessarily collecting a lot. I'm more in the mode of supporting other creators. So that's where my money is going, Like, there's no doubt that Batman's going to do great numbers-wise. Not like 90s numbers, but, Now it's a whole different era, but by today's standards, that's the only way you can judge anything. So you might be thinking, this kind of looks like crap what I'm working on. Well, like I said, I'm just going through the motions, laying down some wet ink. Nothing fancy, really. Just to get back in the groove, start my day, warm up. I've done some fancy ones where I put more thought into exactly what I was doing. And, I'll do that for you again at some point. Especially, like if you leave me a comment, if you like this sort of thing, just tell me. Tell me. Always like to hear from others what they're working on, what's going on in their lives, that sort of thing. Leave me comments. I love them. Start a conversation with your bro, Peter. I've been seeing, we got some people watching. Nobody's talking yet, but that's okay. If you come here and just watch, it's what I do a lot. I haven't been watching a ton of artist YouTubers. On a kick to watching a lot of new people, because I always curious what's out there, what's happening. I've got a lot of younger artists or painters that they're pretty darn crafty in editing. Goddamn, so impressive. I've had my time here on YouTube where I edited videos, and I fucking loved it. Haven't done it in a long while, mostly because back when I was really editing, I think it was a simplified Windows editing program. And now the editing program's a lot more complicated, and I really just have to sit down and work with it to figure out all the nuances. Maybe watch a lot of YouTube tutorials about it. But yeah, it's like my brain isn't there right now. Part of the blowback, no. Just having too much going on, too many projects. I have way too much work. I have less brain cells for learning. You know, I started like eventually I want to color on my iPad, which I started just watching tutorials and learning a bit. But I didn't keep it up because, yeah, it's just like what I've learned so far. I may remember some of it, but most of it has gone out of my brain. So you really just have to put in the time each day and keep with it to learn a new technique, learn a new program, all that jazz. But I'll get there. You know, if I want to release my own book, it's got to be colored, and I'm the one coloring, so it's definitely got to happen this year. You know, the kind of most important factor is I got to make enough money to pay for it all. Did have a Kickstarter years ago, way too long ago, for it. But yeah, life, life. So where are we at? Let's see. Half hour already. Time flies. Time flies. I really love working with a quill. It's definitely different than working with a brush. It's a whole different skill. An artist I know, Michael Peters, he's really good at, you know, sort of the old quill technique look to his work. Very liney, very hatchy. Love that stuff. And get more back into that. Although, you know, it's like the sort of style I want to develop for my own comic work isn't necessarily that, but it does include some of that. You know, my technique is an amalgamation of the billion artists I looked at over the years. Thinking I am starving now. Some waffles. I can go for some waffles. part of the drag of dating long distance is that my babe can't cook me breakfast. Damn it. You know, she can mail it to me, but it might be cold by the time it gets here. She's out in New York, which is good. Eventually we'll meet up, you know, if it goes well. I hate dating, you know, I just want to be in a relationship. And, you know, I mean, we've been talking, like I said, less than a week, but we're officially dating, you know, to ourselves. No public announcements other than, you know, me talking about it. But I haven't said her name and won't until we're official, until probably we meet in person. You know, who knows? I could be dating Sandra Bullock. I would not turn her down. But don't tell my girlfriend that. So what else? Well, Rocket's doing good. I had a stray here for a while. One of the strays outside my area, you know, on my block, there's a lot of strays. This black and white one. It's very friendly. I noticed it's a she, and she had a very congestive cough. So for a long while, especially when it was colder, I took her in, was feeding her, I got her medicine. So her cough is gone. She's definitely in much better shape. Now I kind of want to discourage her from wanting to pretty much live here. I mean, technically, I can't have more than one cat here because my landlord. And she was living here for 3 weeks. I don't know, long while. But she's in much better shape. I mean, she's come in here before, but wasn't exactly living here. She'd visit. She'd want food. I provide for strays, but I know she's much better. I haven't heard her nasty cough in a long while. And also the weather, well, yesterday was fantastic. It's like 71 degrees at the high. It's almost summer weather. And yeah, so, you know, it's getting vary between, I think, upper 30s to 60s. Like today, I think the high is 60, which is still gorgeous. To me, that's the perfect walking around weather. Not everybody wants to go out, but it's highly comfortable. So yeah, I'm going to make an effort to stream more again. No extreme promises. Because things always definitely go awry. You know, somebody expressed this, and like, you know, it dawned on me, this is exactly the case. Like, I'm a one-man operation here. You know, it's difficult to be the one in charge of everything and do everything you want to do. But it's also because I have way too much work. Things go awry way too easily. But, you know, so got to tighten up the thing and focus on getting books done and out so that I can check things off my list. So what else? Oh, Severance is back. I don't know if you watched season 1. Season 2 is happening. Great show. Very fun. I was a little worried with season 2 because season 1 was, it had its weird moments, but it was pretty much a direct path story-wise to a resolution. And season 2 seems a little more all over the place and felt early on like it didn't have a direction. I started thinking about that show Lost. It's like, I fucking loved Lost. But it fell apart at the end. So, I got to thinking, like, I hope Severance doesn't fall apart. But it's definitely gotten better as the season has progressed. So that's good. I'm watching the Dune Prophecy. I think it's 6 episodes. Kind of halfway through, I guess. It's really good. There's so much going on. Not sure where it's going. Pretty much you don't have to watch it, I don't think, to enjoy the movies, because it's, I think it's the same people that some of the same people. I don't know. It's definitely not the director from what I've seen. I mean, I haven't looked at the credits per se, but it's well crafted. It's high production. If only for the CGI. It's not a cheap show. So that's been good. I'm watching a lot of stuff, but it's all random things at random moments. I gotta get back into reading. I always fall off. Love to read, but you kind of have to make time for it, like anything. Like me using a quill, it's like you can't be away from it too long. But when I was an avid reader, it was before internet. And now I do so much reading online, or goofing around, or wasting time, that a lot more of my random free time is used up. Well, screw that. I love reading. I fucking love being so engrossed in stories. I mean, that's why I'm into comics. Comics are storytellers. It's funny. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of actors make fun of the fact that some actors call themselves storytellers. I don't get it. I mean, they are storytellers. Why are they making fun of it? I guess because it's too common. That actors say that. I'm an actor. I'm a storyteller. Well, I mean, We all are to a degree. I mean, we definitely all have our own individual stories and lives and things going on. You know, even if, you know, like I mentioned, the garbage was picked up, and it's like, even the garbage men have probably amazing stories. You know, who knows? Maybe they found a body today in the garbage. Gross. But yeah, I don't get why they look down on, or they make fun of actors who consider, you know, who say they are storytellers. I just don't get it. I mean, Keanu Reeves is a storyteller. I mean, he's co-creating, writing comics now, right? Everybody loves Keanu. I mean, come on. You know, I mentioned in the past that, you know, it's like I love watching YouTubers who react to movies or shows. Watch a whole bunch of them because in a way it's like revisiting the movies and shows I watched and maybe have forgotten, or just I'm interested in other people's takes. I mean, that's something I used to do like way back before comics, and I had a day job. You know, you'd watch a show and then you go into work the next day and talk with your friends over lunch about, you know, what you thought of the actors or the show. And so it's kind of like visiting that to a degree. You know, I don't have a lot of friends in town, although I am going out tonight. Get drunk and listen to funny people sing. 'Cause it's karaoke night. That's right. Karaoke. None of my friends are brave enough. None of my friends here are brave enough to actually sing, so I'm not really encouraged to do it myself, which is fine. It's still a fun night, you know, be surrounded by people instead of working home alone is definitely it's good to get out. It's good to reconnect with my friends here. Those waffles are waiting for me. I am hungry. I'm hungry. Seems like I say it a lot on my channel. And yet I want to lose weight. What the hell? Dude, go take a walk. Stop being a menace to society. It's shaping up. It's shaping up. I'm making more lines. You know, I love an overabundance of detail. More, you know, like I have an actual idea and direction to the different areas. This I'm just making up on the fly. I didn't even have the concept of what I was going to do when I sat down to do this. But, you know, happy accidents, dude. So, yeah, one of the things I'm working on is Hawk in New York. I got to get Randy, the creator, writer, artist, everything, self-published. I got to get Randy on. Come on, so we can chit chat together and talk about where he's at with that book. And he also animates videos for a singing group called the Silvers, which has been an ongoing gig for him. And I think now he's got a sort of a Hawk in New York. I think The Adventures of Hawk in New York, like a children's version of his book, something like that. I think he has an issue with that out. Hard to keep track of everybody. So much going on out there. So many creators, so many books. Oh, if you love a overabundance of detail, what is it? Ian Sharp is the artist. He's doing some Conan work. Now he's a fantastic illustrator. And he's got two different Conan stories he's working on presently. I believe they're both going to be just black and white, published in black and white. One is longer than the other, but he's been sharing past Conan work. I mean, you know, shares his work all the time, but specifically Conan, his work is incredible. You know, he's kind of like a little Bisley-ish, you know, very muscular dudes, and you know, sometimes even muscular women, but gorgeous women. And just, you know, he's an inspiration too. I mean, you know, for me, everybody is an artist, whether, you know, in quotes, they suck or not. It's like I love all artists and all techniques, and well, maybe not all. What is it? DC is doing. Is it Absolute? Like Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman. Well, there's Absolute Martian Manhunter. It's okay. And mind you, like, I like a lot of simplistic artwork. And the Martian Manhunter book is definitely that. It's simplistic, but it's designy. And mine, you know, repeating myself. It is. It's okay. You know, it's not something I would pick up from what I've seen. Now, I haven't seen a lot of the artwork for it, but I'm going to sneeze. Yeah. But yeah, I could tell off the bat, like, I may like it, you know, with seeing more of the interior artwork or whatever, but I could tell, like, nah, that's a pass. You know, I mean, there's billions of books out there. So, Like said it earlier, like I'm really focused on supporting creators when I do pick up books. So I'm not out there picking up everything, and I definitely don't have the money to do that, and probably very limited right now as to what I'm picking up. But I just know, like, seeing a little artwork, what I would gravitate towards. The greatest example is, like, with simplicity, is Alex Toth. Love his work, but just because I love his work also doesn't mean I would necessarily pick up everything he's done. I mentioned Jim Lee before. Like, his work is definitely busy and has a lot of detail. Love his work. Greg Capullo, who I mentioned, Ian Trout. I want to do something in the vein of those guys, but also, like, all the nuances from 90s image. I want to get crafty with how I lay down lines and do ink blurps, and I don't know, just be a little creative, thick and thin, and sort of dot effect and little things. But really, style develops as you lay down image after image, page after page. So whatever exactly I have in mind, it's really what winds up on the page. That develops into my style eventually. And of course, with me, it's like I'll be mixing it up. There won't be one exact style. It'll be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It won't look like this, I tell you that. This is very heavy. Not a lot of thought has gone into this, but it's come out cool. It's not bad. It's not horrible. Not great. I'll admit it. I suck. No. But this has been fun this morning. Like I said, if you really want to support me, and if I get a good group of people on my Patreon, I could focus more of my energy on that and less on picking up too many projects. Eventually, I want to focus a lot of my effort on retro itself. So if you want to help me get there, become a patron. And as I've always been saying of late, I'll eventually get things going over there too. But yeah, my focus is just to finish off a couple of books so that my workload will be more focused in the months ahead. I got my birthday coming up in April, so yeah, there's that. I am so happy that my cat is out gallivanting around outside. He doesn't necessarily have to be outside, but he has a tendency to want my attention if he's in here. Not always the case. He, sometimes he sleeps. I mean, he could be outside sleeping right now because sleeps a third of the day at least. And then becomes a very I don't want to say nuanced. he definitely, wants my attention 100% at times. I'm just blanking on words right now. It's probably because I'm starving. Which I'll be eating breakfast right after this. But yeah, I look forward to streaming more and getting actual work done and focusing on projects and drawing better. Because as I work on Icebox, which I'll be penciling and inking, I'll be practicing penciling more. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's show. Please, like I said, like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't. I'll be around again very soon. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you are making comics and art yourself. Till next time, peace.